So like they don't ban it,
Check.
they don't make an announcement. They just stop taking it. Yeah. Like, oh, we're all booked up for the year.
Check.
They were like in love with him a year ago. He works for Barstool Sports, and then he had Landon Gotham and Louis Spaces.
All right. Hey, he's got my vote. I'm taking off work for that shit.
Check. All right. We're good.
You want to start? Peter King. Oh, this guy. This guy's a piece of shit.
He's been around for like 100 years.
Yeah. He invented the N-word.
Revolutionary technology of the time.
All right.
So what did Annie Lehman do? Just walk away?
Yeah, that's a lunatic. Yeah. Because Kim's not someone I would want to fuck with either.
No.
Remember that Simpsons when Gil is like, "No, Cookie, I'm scared of you." It's like Kim. Is this me?
Yep. And that's you.
My name is Peter King, and I am a blue-collar Republican.
Long Island, no wonder.
No
Yeah.
wonder Long Island.
Yeah.
There we go. This guy looks like he's wearing a mask.
Like a Scooby-Doo villain?
Yeah. His face is
She looks like she's wearing a mask.
Hey, look at this fucking ugly broad over here. Welcome to a special.
Yeah, I bet you nobody in CBS tried to molest her.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to a sit-down special election night report. I'm your host, Mike Recine.
And I'm Matt Anderson. It's Tuesday night.
It's Tuesday night, and we're live covering the gay election.
Just really live.
Our results are
No.
rolling
okay.
in.
Yeah,
right.
I wish. Oh, we'll be with you. I'm Maurice Dubois. I'm a black man with a French name, and I got.
Oh, she won. Wow, she destroyed. What's his name?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
That guy looks like an angry Al Bundy.
he's got a show on Compound Radio.
Anthony Pappas.
He's going to interview a railroad spike tomorrow.
Congratulations to
Oh,
AOC.
nice.
You know, I spent all day with my fucking retarded family today, and I was like, "Mom, what do you think of AOC?" And she's like, "She doesn't even know there's 3 branches of government." Just kind of believes everything. Anyway, folks, you know, we had a week. We're a little tired. We figured we'd do a special election night episode. We're here with political pundit Ray Gootz.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hey.
Journalist, comic and journalist, and you know, like I said, we're what happened? I guess the Dems won a few seats.
But they didn't really get the job done.
Yeah,
Just like they slipped up at the last second.
that's what it seems like.
Yeah, not a blue wave.
No.
It wasn't the blue wave that we thought
Right.
it was going to be, and but you know what? Let's start off this episode. Politics fucking sucks. I was
Yeah,
I was
they do.
right. I was right to never care about it. It's fucking bullshit. It's like being a
The
Democrat.
fact that this doof, Ted Cruz,
Yeah.
got elected to anything.
Yeah.
Like, this guy shouldn't be running a Baskin and Robbins, let alone.
Baskin and Robbins. That's like the knockoff version.
Yeah.
Actually, we're Baskin. Now, this is kind of a sad election, this North Dakota thing, because what happened is, like, there's a law in North Dakota that says that if you have to bring an ID, and your ID has to have your home mailing address on it. But a lot of people in North Dakota are Native Americans who live on a reservation, and they have P.O. boxes, so they just can't vote. So that's like that's the country that we live in, you know?
Yeah, that's like
People
laws
just
from
can't vote.
1849.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oofda.
Yeah.
Oofda.
Yeah. Literacy
But,
tests and shit
like, do we
that.
really live in the same country as North Dakota?
like right over here. Like, is this the same?
Those are my neighbors up there. I'm from Minnesota.
No, I mean like us here in New York City. Like,
That's
are they,
true. Yeah.
Like if it was just New York and North Dakota, everyone
so
else
forgettable.
died.
Those
In
people.
fact, there was a guy. He was like I think he was an ICE agent, but he like stopped a guy just for speaking Spanish. Like he detained a guy, and he was like, "Well, we don't get a lot of." Wait, sorry, that was the wrong accent. He goes, "Well, we just don't get a lot of Spanish speakers up here, so I thought I'd, just make sure everything was okay."
Just a polite racism.
Yeah.
So he
Love
said
it.
he spoke Spanish, and they just threw him to the ground in North Dakota. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I
mean, I guess you feel conflicted. Is like so. Like when you're like as a comic, you feel a little conflicted because you're like oh, I don't want to be some fucking New York snob, but then I also don't want to be tolerant of bigotry.
Yeah.
Like you hear about those people in Idaho that they dressed up as these teachers dressed up like the border wall in Idaho.
Yeah.
And that's like not cool, but
But you know
I
what?
guess it's kind of fun. I mean, it's hard to coordinate with people for anything.
Yeah.
So the fact
How many
that
teachers
six
did
that
this?
many
How many
people to
teachers did this?
show
I think
up
like
with the-
12,
12 teachers agreed this was a good idea.
six-
like 6 teachers were the border wall, and then 6 teachers were like Mexicans.
I couldn't get 3 people
Yeah.
to dress like the
Yeah.
3 Stooges, let alone fucking
Right.
the border wall.
Right.
just getting people together. Adriana Palucci has a bit where she's like, "Yeah, I'm surprised 9/11 happened. You know how hard it is to get people." She's like, "I'm playing at my sister's birthday party. It's so hard to get people together. I'm
It's
surprised
true.
19 people showed up for something."
But it's true.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess so where does that leave us? So like, okay, the Democrats took back the House, but
Not the
Stacey
Senate.
Abrams I think is gonna probably got beaten pretty bad
Meaning the Senate.
in the
Which one was she?
Georgia governor. Oh, here we go.
Oh, the Jew with the hat.
Some black.
Why is this such a huge deal? And they threw a frisbee at.
I guess they threw a stick.
Oh, well, boy.
Yeah.
Just for everyone listening, we're watching the local
watching
news.
the
Watching
local
Channel 2
news.
news.
Channel 2
and
news.
some
And the big story is the black kid knocked
Black-
the Jewish guy's hat off.
black
Hat off.
teenagers
There's
are
some lady-
knocking.
Didn't even do the
hats
knockout
off.
game. He
Yeah.
was a very polite thug.
very polite.
Well, a couple of hoodlums, let's say. Is that politically correct?
Why
How do you-
would
how
why
else
would you
would you
run
describe
right after
those
you
kids?
knocked somebody's hat off?
Because
They
if
didn't
you
even
knock
stick
out
to
a
make-
rabbi's hat off, he fucking hulks up like Hulk
No,
Hogan.
because
You gotta get out.
right.
Like they
No,
would
if
stop and
if
make
the
fun
hat,
of me.
If you knock a Hasidic guy's hat off and it hits you, you become Hasidic.
Yeah.
you slowly start to become a Hasidic
yeah,
Jew.
you just have to be faster than your friend.
Yeah. Deb was telling me that she got home today and she goes, somebody took a giant shit in the toilet.
Your toilet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
I
I
was a
leave-
Jewish guy. Was it?
Yeah.
No, but I leave my but that's who I thought it was because I leave my door unlocked. So I don't know if like
And it wasn't you.
and if like my ex roommate came up and no, I was out in Jersey all day today.
And your other roommate wasn't home?
No.
It's just you and Deb.
No, I don't have it. It's just me
Oh.
and Deb.
How are you
Someone
not
took a
more
shit.
alarmed?
What?
Somebody snuck into
So
your house
I'm
and
a-
took a
That is
shit.
a weird.
I'm-
that is someone who intensely hates you. That like,
Yeah.
Dude,
I
Andy
know.
came
I know.
upstairs and took a
'Cause they
shit,
left
dude.
it.
because
they
that's like
left it.
step one of their revenge plan. Like I'm gonna
Right.
take a shit.
Yeah, he's like, I can't shit in the new podcast room because that'd be
No,
too
beca-
obvious.
and then Deb was like so convinced it was me. I'm like, it's not me. I was like screaming at her.
Oh my
I
God.
I was screaming at her like Brett Kavanaugh.
Or maybe someone who hates Deb.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's fucking creepy. Someone's just shitting in my apartment.
And then they
Yeah.
leave. They don't take anything.
no,
They're like, this is enough.
yeah, and he's like being a little chill about it.
And also, I had like $1,700 in my top drawer, and it was like not touched.
I hope this guy doesn't listen to this podcast. Like, shit, I gotta go back tomorrow.
we
Yeah,
gotta
I know.
change
I
the
gotta
locks
start
on your
I gotta
fucking
start locking my
You're
door.
just revealing all the secrets of your apartment. And I got like this proof I murdered somebody underneath my left floorboard.
Yeah, and Mike
Yeah.
moves that money around. he
I'm
doesn't
like,
keep it in the same
Deb,
spot
check my
every time.
child pornography collection. Make sure everything's safe. He just had
Thank
things-
God he didn't hit the 5-year-old.
But I don't know. I mean, like,
Cocky.
I mean, I'm not saying Andy did it, but I do have 3 roommates downstairs who I know all of them, and maybe one of those guys, maybe one of their roommates was in the bathroom, and they were like, "I'll just go upstairs," you know.
Right.
I don't know.
You'd hope they would leave a little message for you saying,
They'd be like, hey,
Thanks
just
for
so you
letting
know,
me
when you gotta
in."
go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
also, I'm leaving it.
Do any comics know you leave the door open?
I mean, I guess now they do.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
Maybe
your
Mike
code
Lawrence was
and-
strolling and was like, I got a shit. Fucking
Just
ready.
knock, knock. Nobody's home. You're
Well,
like, perfect.
but wait, they didn't use any toilet paper? It was just a turd.
I don't know.
So
Imagine
they just shit.
someone who shits in my house and they're polite enough to not use my toilet paper.
I know they
They're
walk,
like, well,
walking around a crusty
that
ass.
costs
the rest
money.
of the day.
Deb said it was the size of an eel.
That's big.
That's
Yeah.
big.
It's real big.
Maybe like they shit
Anyway.
and so. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. All right, so
no one can
all
see
right,
this.
Ray, set up the story.
All right, so this Jew is walking down the street, Hasidic, and these black kids politely knock the hat off. It's not that bad.
Right.
I'm sorry. Of all the things these kids could have done, oh, it's a little kid. That's why it's a big deal.
It's a little kid.
It's a little kid.
That's not
The kid's
nice.
like 6. Yeah, but the parents dress him like that. They deserve what he gets. The kid should still be dressed in FUBU or something. I don't know. And then they take a stick and then they throw it to the house. It's not that big of a deal. Why is this a huge deal? If it was a bunch of Jewish kids doing it to a black kid, there would be no news
It would
stories.
be covered up very
It would
quickly.
be covered up. It'd
Yeah.
be like, they were just playing.
Yeah.
It's not
Then
even
they-
that bad. It's just kids picking on kids. You know, a bunch of kids pulled a box cutter on me. A bunch of black kids pulled a box cutter on me after I saw it from Dusk Till
Recently?
Dawn. No, this is 22 years ago.
I'm just happy they're black
22 years
kids.
ago?
Yeah,
I'm glad they're not like
but they
white
sliced my
nationalist
friend's
kids.
face and stuff. That didn't get any news coverage. They're throwing
Yeah.
bottles at me.
Yeah.
You know,
We covered that.
total.
22 years ago, so you were what, like 10?
No, how old was I? I was 15, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York was a rough place.
Yeah, they fucking sliced my friend's face with a
Thank
box
God
cutter.
all the graphic designers got here and made it
Yeah.
safe.
Now it's like
You know?
they knocked his hat off. If they knocked my hat off, they would have been my best friends back then. I would have been like, you
Yeah.
guys know how to have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. They just cut to some guy like, oh yes, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to the Jewish people.
Hitler, now these black kids. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah, I'm so glad they're not like Ed Norton, white nationalists. You're like, not a hate crime. These black kids would make fun of
Remember,
anybody.
black people can't be
Well,
racist.
they were
I
skinheads.
don't- yeah,
No, that's the
in-
new narrative.
Well, I think I would agree with that.
But black people can't be racist.
Yeah.
I've seen some racist black people in my time.
Well, racism is more about like a power structure.
well, the
Yeah.
teenagers, like those teenagers, suck. I think it's just like also
Yeah.
like I'm happy they're also teenagers.
Have you heard Chaplin's bit about how like you can't be racist, but if you're specific, it's okay. Like if you can't say I hate black people, you could say I hate black 8th graders, and you're like, oh man, me too. They're always making fun of your shoes. Like you can't say I hate Dominicans, but you can say I hate Dominican barbers. Yeah, always try to draw lightning bolts in your head. But yeah,
Shout out to Scott Chaplin.
But I feel like every kind of like hipster comic has a joke, or a lot of them do, about like, you know, urban teens, which like you know who they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I went to middle school with all those kids, and that's why I'm like this.
yeah.
So cut me some slack, okay? Let me do my podcast, and don't listen to it, and don't let it stop me from writing on your TV show. Let me just relive, you know. Anyway. What else is going on? Our boy Bob Menendez won.
Yeah, congrats.
Didn't
Yeah.
you told me he slept with kids?
Shout out to a real one. You know, allegedly.
Alleged.
I thought it was the stuff I found was it was like for like corruption and stuff. I didn't see any like
Well, he was
kid
corrupting some
fucking.
kids. He was-
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's included in corruption.
Yeah.
Well, he allegedly traveled. So there's this guy from Florida who's like a contributor to his campaign, and allegedly Menendez traveled on the guy's private plane. Now the guy's an eye doctor, so there's an eye doctor with a private plane somehow, which I didn't know doctors could make that much. I thought that was only like plastic surgeons that make that much money.
So this eye doctor's got a private plane.
Is
Yeah,
this
but
like
who
the
gets that rich
is it like
being
the
an eye
Clinton
doctor?
plane?
Yeah, it's like the Lolita Express. Yeah, and they're like, Menendez is divorced, so there's nothing technically wrong with having sex with prostitutes, but some of the girls might be underage. And,
Have you noticed like people like I don't know like whenever like somebody like comes up with more proof that Clinton probably banged a little kid, nobody really wants to like process it. But like if Clinton like hit on like
Yeah.
Ariana Grande like in front of people, he'd be the biggest piece of shit on the planet. Like, have you noticed that like people like just So the Me Too thing is high, but when you bring up kid fucking, like people almost don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Right? They're like, some,
like, why can't we?
some ladies like, and then he raped me, and some kids like, yeah, and then he molested me, and they're like, hey, shut up! This woman's talking about being groped at a yeah,
Because it's just
at
weird
a
to me.
production company.
Ronan Farrow will take every like sexual harassment story
Yeah.
and like do like hours of research, but like
He said you looked beautiful.
yeah, I have to investigate this. But like his sister allegedly was molested by Woody Allen, so I would think if you had family members that were, because I have family members who were molested as kids, which is why like this stuff rings to me.
Yeah.
So I would think if your fucking sister was molested, you would want to look into all these very public cases, and he doesn't even acknowledge them, which is weird to me. Like your sister
Yeah.
was molested, right?
Yeah, it's right in front of you, dude.
Yeah.
It's a little easier.
Yeah, it's easier to be like Brett Kavanaugh 37 years ago gave me too much to drink and
Yeah.
touched my pee-pee or whatever. Like, he didn't touch my pee-pee, but
Ray just like
but
just read the wrong story about Brett Kavanaugh.
I don't know. You know what I meant? Pussy,
Yeah.
pee-pee. It's all the same shit.
No,
Right,
no. He
right,
was
right.
he was like in a bad UCB troop.
Him and Aaron Glazer
Yeah.
started their-
Allegedly.
allegedly.
I think I saw Aaron Glazer on the street, and it was like really weird. I'm sure that happens to him a lot, where he must run into comedians.
Yeah.
I don't. Does he still live in the city? I thought he lived
Yeah,
out
no, he
Long
works at
Island.
the Apple store,
Oh, he does.
or he works at an Apple store.
He just sells regular apples.
Sorry, yeah, I don't. Sorry, he works at a store that sells apples. I'll put it that
Works
way.
at the deli down the block.
put it
that
that way.
apple.
Yeah, I don't want to give away where he works. It's definitely.
Did you
not,
ever walk in there and he was like your guy?
every time I
Does
walk
he work
in there,
at the Ground Zero Apple
I
store?
don't want to say which Apple store it is. And I don't want to say what kind of Apple store it is.
It's funny
'cause
when
it
those
could very
UCB
well
girls
be.
walks in to get their fucking laptop fixed.
No, they do. There's other comics that work there, and they won't work with him.
Wait, so he works at the
Must
same
be a
store.
big Apple store.
So so what is it like? Is that gotta be awkward when you're like in the back changing into your blue shirts? Hey guys, and they're like, we don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, those guys fucking hate each other.
we make a documentary about him, about how sad he is.
His story gets better and better. He probably has to.
Well, anyway, he
He's still
lost a
writing
ton
it.
of weight. He like looked like
He's like Jonah Hill.
fit. Yeah,
Only
he looked
without-
kind of svelte.
Without fucking.
But if
I
he
think it
just
was him.
shaves and if he just shaves everything, he could change his look and go back in. No one's gonna like.
Yeah.
I don't really know what this guy looks like.
Doesn't he need to like straighten his hair or something?
Yeah, I mean he's an ugly person, but
He's an ugly, you know
but he's
what.
not. He's not like fat anymore. What if he messes me? He's like, I can't believe you called me ugly. Dude, that was really
I'm
hurtful.
suing you for calling me ugly.
Really hurtful. He sues me for $400,000.
And wins.
I have to pay him. I have to pay $2,000 a month for like the rest of my life. Oh man, I shouldn't have released that episode.
I called him fat.
Now we would get a cease and desist first, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
someone
the
who-
other podcast got from
Yeah.
the girl
Which one?
in hot water.
Yeah, but we're not like making any claims. We're just
Yeah,
making
we're
fun
not.
of what he
We're
looks
not
like.
saying to rape him
Right,
with a railroad
it's a
spike.
totally different.
Yeah,
Jesus
we're just
Christ.
calling him a fag.
We're just calling. We're just saying allegedly him and Brett Kavanaugh have a lot in
Yeah.
common. I don't know.
This is America.
Look, we didn't say Aaron Glazer's a rapist. We said he's a homosexual who likes children.
We just said he finds
I
children
didn't say
to be sexually
I didn't
attractive.
say anything about. I didn't play the tape, Your Honor. I said he's a gay homosexual. That's it.
Yeah. What if he really changed his look and he came back with a perm?
What if he had surgery to look like Colin Kane? He came back and he got all these like developmental deals and like in the middle of his Comedy Central special, all these chicks that he was supposed to be open. It's me. It's Aaron Glazer.
What if he just comes back as Aaron Blazer? He wears like a sport coat. He's like, "There's someone. You remind me of someone. I don't know. Are you Aaron? No, I'm Aaron
Nope.
Blazer.
Why would you
Oh,
think that?
sorry about that. Story
Right
checks
under
out.
your nose.
Yeah,
Oh man, that guy's a trip.
yeah. I showed a pretty famous. I don't want to tell this story.
Backing out.
I showed someone. I don't know if someone's gonna hear this.
Do you want to talk about Bob Menendez again?
Yeah, let's go back to Bob Menendez.
Okay.
Okay, so he's on the plane.
Yeah, he's a real one.
So
one.
he
going to get what's
Going to
his.
get some kids.
Yeah, he's accused of. He's going to fuck children in the Dominican Republic, as you do, probably helping their.
Yeah. Who are some
It's
other
like-
famous kid fuckers?
Dan Schneider, which we remember in the
Dan
episode.
Schneider,
Dan
right?
Schneider, Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein.
Jeffrey
What about like celebs?
Oh,
Bill
Charlie
Clinton.
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
me and Charlie on the plane. Yeah.
Brian Singer.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
That's no, he was a Marine sniper.
Shit. Oh,
No,
the
I'm
guy
kidding.
from Seventh Heaven.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got away with it too. Like,
Right.
I think if you just like
Kind of
kind of like,
disappeared. Yeah.
you
If
do
you-
like the fucking.
If you own it, you just got in the press conference. You're like, listen, I'm sorry.
I feel like you can come
Goodbye.
back. I feel like people are going to come back from Chow fucking faster, and Louis C.K. is going to come back from this jerk off thing. I don't know.
Ray, you really have some like Long Island opinions.
I don't know. Nah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I get the allure of wanting to hang out with celebs though. I draw the line at kid fuck. I don't need to go.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, what would you do if like you just suddenly find yourself like you're at some like I don't know SNL after party? And you,
Yeah, Colin's like, come on out.
no, not him. He's
Well, maybe Pete because he was hanging around Ariana Grande.
well,
so.
you end up talking to like Chance the Rapper or someone that like you really respect. He's like
Sure.
He's like, yeah, so we're just working on this project for the youth of Chicago. I'm trying to give back to the community. And then we like fuck a few of them.
to get the creative juices
Bradley
flowing.
Cooper?
No, we just yeah. No, we just get to fuck a couple because we were helping so many. So we get to ruin one of their lives.
You take one, I take one.
I mean,
You
they
take
want to
one.
fuck
Yeah.
me. What's the problem?
Right.
You want one?
Yeah, kid fucking's bad though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my aunt was molested. I have an aunt. It's my mom's older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Does my family listen to the show? I don't think so. My grandma's a Patreon subscriber.
You can't get into
I
that
was
in a
listening
second.
to your podcast.
Well, anyway, I
How did you
had
guess?
I had to go to my grandmother's house
This
tonight.
is a good story.
I went to my grandmother's house tonight because her credit card stopped working for the Patreon. So I was ready to leave and come here and do the show. And she's like, "Can you set up my card?" I'm like, "Yeah, fine." So I had to drive over there, set up her credit card on her iPad. But I went into my. She's got photos of all her 5 kids, my mom and my aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
In her room. And my one aunt was like kind of like a sexy kid. She had like thick fat lips.
It sounds like the first time Mike's been in this room.
So
They're like, wow, she was hot.
Yeah, now I see in a total
I was saying,
different
but,
light.
like, I come from like a good looking family, so it's almost like you do yourself a favor having an ugly kid. I don't know where I'm going with this.
So
this
your aunt
fucking
was
hack.
hot. Is that why she was fucked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And also because it was like the 50s.
So anytime a hot kid showed up, they were like, we got to get a piece of that
Well,
over
no,
here.
it was like there was no protection for it, and it was like, and then he took me behind the shed, and like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
You're
It
don't
was your
embarrass
fault.
us.
Yeah.
You're going to shame the family.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I didn't fight a war so you could walk around all hot. That's
Cover up
Nate-
those shoulders,
Yeah.
sweet tits.
He was in Okinawa, all right?
You know how many chinks this guy killed?
Yeah, I didn't fight against the Japanese.
Ray, come on, you're better than this.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It was the jab.
It was the jabs. Yeah. Sorry. I get him confused.
Yeah.
I get him-
Anyway, so
Stickler racist. So Bob Menendez, your family.
Bob Menendez. So my mom was like, so my mom's like, oh yeah, I'm messing with your dad. I keep telling him I'm voting for Bob Menendez, and he's like really mad. And he's like, I don't know what's gotten into you. You're taking CBD oil and voting for Bob Menendez. And then I was teaching my retarded brother to say Menendez. So I was going to be like, Alex, when you say, who did you vote for? Say Menendez. And he was like repeating. He was like, Menendez.
Well, it worked. The guy won. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great job, Mike.
But that would have been fun.
Yeah.
It's like my dad's like, I trusted you. You're the only one in this family. But anyway, so then also I went to the hardware store with I went to the hardware store with my mom, and she goes, "Do you have one of these snakes for your drain?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna get you one because I use it all the time to get your sister's hair out of the drain." She like put it all on my sister.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the family I come from. They're just like they're just like cruel to each other. And then she's also like complaining about my cousin, and she's like, you know, Bridget's mad at your grandmother for saying that because my cousin won't let my grandma like won't let my aunt and uncle see her kids, and
sounds.
My mom's like, you think your grandmother's gonna apologize? She's like, guess what? No one's getting an apology from that woman. She hurt all our feelings. So the point I'm trying to make is that my family's just a bunch of like dumb, angry people.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of families, so nobody, at least you admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I have a very high IQ, and I really could have been somebody. like at 2, I was like reciting poetry. I am like bright.
So
you know?
if Brad and Angela adopted you instead of like that whatever baby from,
how old is that baby by now?
Who's
I
Brad
think it's
and
like
Angela?
15.
Brad and Angelina.
Yeah.
She's like, you're not my real mom.
You should have adopted me at like the age of 18.
Then you would have really made something of yourself.
Yeah.
I said Brad and Angela, didn't I?
I know.
I
I feel like
Angelina.
I feel like Kim Jong Un in America, Team America. Anyway, so
it's nice to win though. Yeah.
Right.
What, the Bob Menendez one?
Yeah, Bob
Okay.
Menendez.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean,
Bob Hugan.
was there a Republican in office? I don't even remember.
No, it's been like 30 years, but
30
this is the
years of-
closest they got because of the scandal.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand how nobody unseated him in the Democratic primary. Was there like a lot of money in play or something? Or
Well, Jersey
don't
likes
know.
kid fuckers. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, Jersey's also like a weird state. Like there's something about Jersey where it's like something about Jersey. It's like you're so close, but you're so far away. It's kind of like Queens and Long Island,
Mhm.
where it's like you feel close to success and you feel close to, you know, like the top of the social hierarchy,
Mhm.
but
Right.
you're not there and you're never gonna be there.
Yeah.
So like you're extra kind of bitter. Whereas like if you're in Ohio, you're like, oh, they're putting in another cheesecake factory.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't know.
yeah.
You don't ever see it. You don't ever brush with winners.
No, yeah, you just are happy to sit and watch soap operas all day.
Oh
Yeah.
Right.
I thought LeBron James was supposed to change all of that though.
He's not changing. No.
No, he's not.
He won
like I'm just saying, the couple times I hung out with Scarlett Johansson, I'm like, how do I do this again? But I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm like, Deb, did we do that right? Did you say anything? Did you make an AIDS joke?
When was the last time you hung out with her?
I think the last SNL after, so like the season finale.
Oh,
no,
so she-
no. Deb's birthday in Montauk.
Oh, okay. She
But
came
I-
out.
Yeah, but I made a joke about like I made a joke about like Italians wanting to fuck their mothers,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought is just common knowledge.
And she
Everyone
got, like,
knows
weird.
that. She didn't get weird, but she was like, "Ew." And I'm
Well,
like,
even like
No,
ill, the
no.
number of perverts you've dealt with in Hollywood, ill.
"Yeah, right. Yeah. Who amongst us?"
Yeah. Like
but-
Harvey Weinstein
Yeah,
wouldn't have made
like
that
Harvey
joke.
Weinstein to make you go ill. I'm sure, like
Yeah.
when she was 14, he was like, "Drop your pants."
I'm watching.
Ray is just like,
That's so aggressive.
Ray's like playing shuffleboard. He's just throwing the fucking like discs onto
No,
the
but
board.
it's just
But
weird.
sometimes
So
he'll
like, sir,
smash
you're
your disc off
sir,
and
you're
score
breaking,
like
you're
a
breaking
10.
the frame of the game, sir. Can you settle
No,
down,
but-
please?
but-
Sometimes he'll score a 10
Yeah.
like that though.
But,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just Mike's. She's going ill to Mike, and it's like really
Right.
that's an ill. Like the people you've dealt with in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I'm sure not like everyone was sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, I'm not
But
even.
that's like the cost of doing
yeah,
business.
they're
in Hollywood.
Jews.
Jews. You dealt with all these Jews. You're gonna go ill.
Ew.
Now, is
Um,
this good? Letitia James.
Is she a
New York
Democrat?
Attorney
She looks like a
General.
New
Democrat.
York Attorney General. Yeah,
I feel
probably.
like Democrats smile and Republicans just have a scowl. Like
Yeah.
they're imperial soldiers.
Right.
They're waiting for Darth Vader
Yeah.
to give orders.
Republicans are like doing like the Monday night intro. They're like, like Bob Stefanowski, University of Ohio.
Yeah.
That's a close race.
CT
I feel like
governor.
They both look like principals. There's the Connecticut governor race.
Yeah, one is like the psycho vice principal who's like will punish everybody, and the other one's like you don't care.
You know what'd be kind of fun? It'd be kind of cool for if the kids got to vote who's the principal every year. Like one of the teachers.
Yeah.
And then the teachers would like be trying to kiss ass to the kids.
Right.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Change the
Yeah.
whole dynamic of
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
Probably make it better.
yeah.
That'll never happen though.
No.
Then we'll
The
finally
kids-
get those vending
Maybe
machines.
maybe in like
lunch.
500 years we'll have like a kids movement,
Yeah.
you know,
Because the kids should have to say about the fucking principal at least.
and then a pedophiles movement in 1,000 years.
We're
Do you see like
people
there is like
too.
some
Yeah.
there was some guy Salon published an article by a pedophile. You ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
He said I'm a pedophile, but don't worry, I'm not going to touch anybody. But you should be like understanding of me.
Now, what do you think of that?
No, it's fucking no.
Why?
Look, if you're a pedophile, don't write an article about it. Just keep it to yourself. Like
Yeah, but it's probably healthier for him to.
Yeah, you should probably what? Yeah, if you are attracted to kids, what do you do?
I think you go to
do you
therapy,
do?
right?
You-
Doesn't the therapist can't?
Hey, I got something for you. Come to my shed.
You know what? You
I'll
go on
tell
the
you what to
Lolita
do.
Express and you get to
Yeah.
spend time with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Go to work for Nickelodeon, you feel a lot
How
better.
about this? Meet me in the woods. I got something for your head.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
By the way, you
Fucking-
know they fired that guy,
Who?
Dan Schneider,
Mm-hmm.
but they rerun his shows. Like he created they just rerun
day.
his shows
Yeah.
all day. So the
Yeah.
guy's making still money off the residual.
Yeah.
Come on, you want to watch a non-Dan Schneider show?
I know, right?
They don't exist.
They don't exist on
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. They just rerun his shit all day long. So it's like, did the guy really get fired?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know?
and all that like stuff that was about to come out, like two actresses are
They
about
keep
to
saying
expose
it's
it.
any second it's going to come out. That's what they
Oof,
keep saying.
yeah.
It's like, what do they?
When's it coming?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So how about this? So I feel like I'm sort of proud to be a New Yorker because I
Yeah.
feel like you just interact with so many different kinds of people
Mhm.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know that all that racist dog whistling doesn't really work on us.
Yeah.
But it would work other places.
But it's
the fucking Mexicans, the Muslims, like that is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can really
Yeah.
like manipulate people with that kind of rhetoric.
Yeah.
But you can't do it.
The mailers were what was kind of really scary to me. It's like you
Yeah.
see those like photos of their like record Democratic turnout.
Yeah.
Tell your friends the immigrants are coming. Build the wall. Support Trump's agenda.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
No, they're doing robocalls with minstrel voices against Stacey Abrams and against Andrew Gillum.
Yeah.
And I think both of them lost tonight, which is a fucking bummer.
Gillum lost for sure.
I don't know. I
You want to
hope
put
not.
on like MSNBC or some shit instead of watch this guy do a shitty musical number?
Oh, instead of like the nightly news.
You know, here's the thing
Sorry.
that it's becoming like even when I was a little kid, I knew like New York is a different part of the world compared to everywhere else. But it's even
And
more.
that's the thing too, because even when you travel for comedy,
Yeah.
you're like,
oh, Pacific Rim
it all
Zone.
kind of feels the same. I mean, no offense.
Everything feels the same size in New York. Is what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, but like even
maybe the
it's
West Coast is a little different, but
Yeah, like Nevada. Nevada was the only state that felt kind of like.
yeah.
Like I was in Virginia this weekend, and like Ray DeVito mentioned Trump, but in passing, and they clammed up like he just mentioned that he was going to rape their grandmother.
Mhm.
Like he just said the name Trump, but like it's becoming more and more obvious how different the rest of this country really is from New York. Almost scary, like that shit that Colbert was doing right now. That's like not
Yeah.
what the country finds entertaining. That's speaking to like everybody that lives in this city, but
He's
nowhere
got pretty
else.
good ratings, though. I think.
Yeah, he does, but I think a lot of people just keep him on out of habit. But I just think like all like John Oliver, what's her name, Samantha Bee, all that stuff is really just talking to like
Yeah.
New Yorkers and people from California
Yeah.
and college students. I don't think anybody in the rest of the country, they might as well speaking Swahili.
And
they
then
don't
they
give a
finally
shit.
make a show for everybody else, Roseanne, and they fucking take it away.
Yeah, people in the middle of the country can't afford HBO, so they can't see John Oliver.
No, they can. Well, they get YouTube. They put them on YouTube right away. So
Yeah, that's true. Do you guys like Nancy Pelosi at all? She kind of sucks, right?
yeah, she's an idiot.
She's just got a nice body.
She does. I
Yeah.
gotta check this out.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hope when I'm 87 years old.
They like barely retook the house. Look at those numbers. I mean, come on. This is
Where?
like they just showed it on the screen.
Yeah.
They took it away, but they like
Right. It's not.
this
even
wasn't
much
like
of
this
a-
big huge victory like a reform.
Florida Senate Scott Nelson, so they lost the Senate. in Florida.
I just kind of feel like you need a Democrat who's kind of like Andrew Dice Clay, like the character, not the real Andrew Dice Clay. Like ballsy and will like get in Trump's
He's like,
face.
Now, Kid Rock didn't run, right?
doc, free examinations for your cock.
Yeah, shit like that. Like
Isn't like that sounds kind of like what Kid Rock is gonna do? He's gonna run, right? He's getting into politics.
I thought he was gonna run this
As a
year.
Republican,
and he didn't.
though.
Yeah,
As a Republican.
Right. It's just like oh, Trump, tell me what to do. All right.
That guy's such a fucking loser and a poser. So that guy stinks.
Kid Rock's a poser.
He's a rich kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
His dad is Hank Williams Jr., right?
Or no, his dad's like a banker or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought his dad was Hank Williams Jr.
No, his dad's like a fucking
Really?
an investment banker or some
fuck.
type of
I believe
rich.
that for years.
There goes
He's
Mike's
like the
hero.
same as fucking
no, I
John
just hate that
Mulaney.
shit. I hate that
He's
shit.
like if John Mulaney wore a wife beater. It was like
Yeah.
same fucking childhood,
Right.
you know.
Right.
How
John
upsetting is
Mulaney,
that?
if you're listening, fuck you.
Fuck you, Kid Rock wannabe.
Let's see you get to where you are with my life, okay?
I'll never forget when I heard that last bit about his father representing Bill Clinton. Like I thought he was funny until he said that. And then I was just like, you've never suffered for anything in your life. You know what I mean?
You never know.
Well, he admitted in an interview when his show got canceled. He said the one on Fox.
Ah, damn.
He said it was the first time I ever felt like failure.
Fuck!
Yeah, Gillum lost.
That sucks.
Gillum lost. All right, so this kind of brings me to my next point.
Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck.
That sucks because that Gillum really fucking performed great in those debates.
Yeah, he did great.
So did the guy in Texas. The guy in Texas was like,
Yeah, both
I was
those
like, this
guys.
guy could be the president. That stuff doesn't work anymore. You can't like be compassionate or rational.
No, both those guys were underdogs, and they almost won.
I would have
So
voted
that's
for
like
that. I would have
Rudy.
voted for that Texas guy if I was in. I mean, that guy was so good against
Both of these
Cruz.
guys were real good. You didn't like Gillum?
I didn't really see him, but I saw a lot of the Texas guy. I forget his name though. Whoever lost the fucking loser
Beto?
from Texas. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
But see, like I'm just saying, like with most of this country, rational, compassionate thinking doesn't fucking work anymore. You got to go out there like Hulk Hogan if you're gonna beat these Republicans.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know what else Andrew Gillum could have done because you probably didn't watch his debates, but he had like a lot of viral moments where he was like, "Oh yeah, the racists think he's a racist," like really fucking owned DeSantis, and DeSantis is just a fucking some little worm who like.
Right.
You know, likes
the
Trump,
librarian
but
one.
Florida's a fucking.
Oregon governor. Florida's a weird state though. Florida
Florida's a
has
weird state,
fuck
yeah.
What's
you.
going on over there?
I don't even know, man. Weird shit.
If
Well,
you're
a lot of
retiring,
tribal tattoos and a lot of guys in their 50s on steroids.
Yeah.
if you're retiring and you have to choose between Arizona and Florida, where you're choosing?
I would choose actually Carson City, Nevada, but that's just me. It was a nice
Well, I
place.
didn't say that. But...
No, in Arizona.
okay. Thank you. I would choose Florida just because I think it'd be cool to have your vote matter when you're old.
Well, you know, I know a lot of Russell moved to Florida because the property tax is like super low.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
It's like you basically don't pay anything. Yeah.
Look how fucking close that is.
I know.
It's really close.
Because this is the thing.
Can they do a recount?
So here's
Or
the
is
thing.
that- is that
he
too far
he
away?
lost by like 50,000 votes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could have been 50,000 people who like couldn't get out of work or something.
Yeah.
Or we're just lazy, which I think a lot of some of this stuff is in other states.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
In Australia, they have to vote. They have like 90% participation.
What do they send
or
like
something.
hobbits to bring you?
Oh, great. Would that be?
How do you have to vote?
Well, they do it with
They
their
send
taxes or
Gandalf.
something.
You must vote.
get
Gollum
fined.
fucking bites you.
You get fined if you don't vote.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah, it just hits you in your taxes, and it's not even like a huge tax. So like you don't have to, and it's not a big deal.
But honestly, when it's easier to vote for the fucking Dancing with the Stars than it is for your fucking senator, they need to like change this whole
Right.
system.
So why isn't that, you know?
Yeah.
Those are Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi's like great grandchildren.
yeah, like vote up to 12 times for your senator by dialing 1-800.
Yeah. They should. Everyone would vote. Vote on tweet your vote or Instagram hashtag your vote. Fucking
Right.
We'd have a winner in 15 seconds.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's the other thing too. Like, why is there a fucking Senate? Why do 100 people have that much power in such a big country?
Why is she dancing? This is why, like, I just like. She should be like, we have more work to do. I'm not dancing for shit. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, she sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, who's Sharice Davids? I'm gonna be.
Oh, she's nice.
I'll be googling her later tonight. And this isn't even like a real win though. 230 to 205.
Yeah, it's not.
So I guess that's enough to like impeach if you wanted to. But I don't know. Who knows? So I guess now the question I have is like, I was really excited about Gillum, and I was excited about Stacey Abrams, and Beto. I was excited about the Texas guy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, and I feel like I spent the last like 2 years of my life like being like, oh, we have to care now, and now that it's like now I don't even know
because
I might just join the fucking Proud Boys. I like.
Well, because
you know
the other part of
the
Trump people, the Republicans, the older people care a little bit more, and they always have.
They care a little bit more, and they know where the voting. They know how to
play
vote,
dirty too,
and they play dirty.
But they don't play. Yeah. But it's not just they play dirty. It's like when my dad was alive, he became Republican later in life. I mean, like he couldn't move. He made sure to go out to vote for Trump. You know, like that's what my aunt who was bedridden went and got a fucking ballot to vote for Trump. Like they go out of their way. A lot of these kids that we know, like, are fucking like, my open mic went shitty last night. I'm not going to vote.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Dude, I had a friend rub that in to me. He's like, I didn't vote today. Does that make you mad?
Yeah, and that's why.
Where does he live?
You're a fucking loser.
Where does he live?
New York.
That doesn't matter.
Wait. He
really
could probably
matter.
do an absentee ballot to.
It doesn't really
doesn't
matter
matter in New York.
Yeah.
But these old people, like my dad and my aunt, went out of their way to vote. My mom went out of her way to vote. These old people go out of their way to vote. The young people don't, but the old people will fucking crawl to the voting booth to get Ted Cruz in.
They'll literally like
Yeah.
ride on their Jazzy to like 2 miles.
And that's what you can have all the fucking Saturday Night Live monologues you want. You can have fucking Samantha Bee scream and yell. You can have all John Oliver rant and rave.
But until we can tweet our vote.
But these if you don't if you are in Georgia or Florida, you don't get off your fucking ass and vote. It's not going to mean shit. These old people are always going to win. And then one day you're going to be the old person.
But why do you think that is,
Ray?
Ray?
A good push,
do you
though.
think...
Like, we made some seats, we made some hard races. Some things didn't go our way, but we did all right.
But why do you think that is that more older people vote than younger people? Like, do you think that
I think when you get
younger
older,
people are lazy, or do you think that older people just have more time to fucking do the paperwork? And
here's the deal. I think like older
polls.
people, like I think Obama won when he won because it was trendy. Like everybody, like that was like he was like a Furby. You know what I mean? Like people went out and voted for Obama back in.
I don't think it was just that.
Well, no, he also was inspired. But I'm just saying, a lot of young people, here's the old people will vote for any election. They'll vote for anything. Because they want to be part of the process. Because all they do is sit at home all day, especially now, and watch fucking Fox News.
Yeah.
So to them, today was like when Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out for most, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna go out and vote. This is what they do. And young people pretend to care. Like you'll see a bunch of comics with their fucking stupid sticker. But they're not really invested in everything. They don't know every single thing that's going on. These people do. Now, it may be through Sean Hannity's eyes, but that's all they this is their NBA, this is their Magic the Gathering, this is their PlayStation 4, all rolled into one. And as you get older, and as you have less things interesting in life, this becomes the most interesting thing in your life,
Yeah, but so you're saying the younger people aren't voting?
Yeah, I don't think the younger people are, because if they did, if everybody who was on,
why are they not voting?
Because they're lazy.
I don't think it's because they're lazy though.
Lazy, or they just
most young people I know.
There's a disconnect.
Yeah,
there's a disconnect, and
I do know what you're saying. Like we should have like higher than 26% participation or what?
No,
I guess we'll find out what it is.
It's higher than that.
But like it's not good.
I just feel like older people,
but
as you get older, you get also more passionate about this. Like I just don't think like people care, but like I guarantee you, like most of my friends who went out in 2008 and voted didn't vote in the midterm elections. We know when the Republicans took back control.
Yeah,
they're like they go out when it seems cool. I'm guaranteeing.
Cool, yeah. So that's that's a good point, because it's like voting for Obama is like sexy.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's what it was, and
you polish one off in the voting booth. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but people were like partying when Obama won, like it was like it was fucking Christmas or something. And like
Yeah.
it was like, but then they didn't go out 4 years later. No, I'm sorry, 2 years later, and the Republicans took control again because they like, I voted for Obama. He's going to change things. I
Right.
did my part.
It's like symbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Obama said, I know I said change, but we have to do this together. I can't do this alone. And I said, this is going to fall on deaf ears. And it fell on deaf ears. People were like, when the Republicans took control, I heard a bunch of my friends, I thought Obama was going to change things. He's just one fucking guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
You can keep the chain.
So the other thing too is like, okay, like voting for Bob Menendez today. Like, obviously, I was very proud to make that decision and push that button.
You didn't have to
You know?
pinch your nose.
What? Yeah,
Pinch your nose and
yeah. But there's
Fucking vote.
but there's something about that kind of voting, right? Where
Yeah.
you go, all right, who fucking sucks less? Let me
Yeah.
take 2 hours out of my day to go to these fucking polls. Who's less shitty? Because I guess I have to do this because the girl with blue hair on Facebook is telling me to
Yelling
like,
at me that she's
whoever,
not
yeah, like yelling at me, like everyone's like, well, you're gonna get me voting. It's like there's that kind of voting, which I feel like that's the kind of voting that we're used to. Like that was 2004. I wasn't able to vote in 2004, but I think I would have been like,
Really?
yeah, I'll go with.
I
yeah,
voted. I
wasn't
voted
18
for the
I
guy
wasn't
who was
18 yet.
against Bush. Whoever
Kerry.
it was. Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah, so I probably would have voted for John Kerry, and then like what was after 2004?
I definitely voted for
2008.
Bush in 2004.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the reason. Okay.
Minnesota, dude. I mean, like, I didn't know better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well,
I was
that's
a fucking idiot. I was an idiot.
Well, I don't think Kerry would have been that great, honestly, if he won. How good would he have been?
And it was post 9/11. Like, you were, like, un-American if you didn't vote for Bush after 9/11.
Not here. Wait, was it like that over there?
Yeah, that's
Here,
kind of
we
what it was
blame
like.
Bush.
We saw John Kerry's long face, and we're like, boo.
Dude, people
But then-
hated him over here.
then-
Don't
like-
fuck up that war. but anyway, the point that I was trying to make was like, okay, so you voting against the shittier guy, voting for the shitty guy against the shitty guy sucks. But people, like, when you vote for something, it's a lot more exciting to vote for something, and you feel like you can get
Mhm.
people out, and it's just so
Yeah.
that's because the Menendez thing. I was driving back today. I was like, I kind of wish I just left that blank. I kind of wish I just left it blank and didn't contribute to voting for a pedophile because he would have won anyway. And I think a lot of people felt that way about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
They
same,
were
but
like,
Benghazi.
she's gonna fucking win. She's gonna fucking win anyway. Yeah, what is Benghazi?
Wait, you were in Minnesota? No, where were you? Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay, how was it when Jesse Ventura won? Because
Oh.
everybody said that was almost like a fuck you to both parties.
It was, yeah, definitely that. It was definitely that. My brother was old enough to vote for that. And there was, like, shirts being made. They were like, my governor could beat up your governor.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, very exciting. But then we, like, quickly learned that
He was an
didn't-
idiot.
He didn't know what he was doing.
He barely knew
Yeah.
what he was doing in wrestling.
But he did make the light rail. And, like, people thought he was a fucking dumbass for that. And then that ended up being,
Oh,
like,
really?
pretty cool.
I kind of feel like you need a Jesse Ventura now, but who actually knows what he's doing
yeah.
to like come in to like knock out both parties. And
Or just, like, make a small mess.
Yeah.
You know, don't, like, tweet at North Korea. Or, like, just make a small mess that we can clean up after your term is done.
I kind of feel like we need a Jesse Ventura like again. So I feel like the narrative when he won was that people were sick of the both parties. That's why he did it, and it was a wake up call.
Yeah.
It didn't really, but no, it wasn't really a wake up call.
Yeah. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was that you have to give people something to vote for.
Right.
Like somebody like Beto or somebody like
Yeah.
Gillum or I don't know. I mean, like Bernie Sanders, I like the stuff that he says. I like when he says we have to stop bombing Yemen. I think that's a good thing. That's something I could vote for. You know, like healthcare, education. You know, and just the way he speaks, honestly, him being like, yeah, it's not cool. It's not right that it's 70 degrees in November. You know, so we need more of that. I think.
I always loved it when
I
like
don't
my
know.
parents would talk.
You think if he runs, you think they're gonna have him run? I think if he
he's
runs, he's gonna
fucking
get his ass kicked by Trump.
Why?
finally
Why?
get the
Why do you-
race
why
we
do you
wanted.
think that?
I just feel like the rest of the country is gonna hate him so much they're gonna run. Then you're gonna see like
But it'll also be fun to see Trump narrow in on a stereotype because you know he's going to get
He's gonna go
pretty
to jail.
anti-Semitic pretty quick.
I just feel like because Bernie's gonna be himself, and it's gonna get like
He's gonna
all
crush
of
him.
these. You think Trump's gonna crush him? Or
no,
Bernie?
I think Bernie would logically crush him.
He would,
over
but
and
I think
over and
the
over again.
Republicans, because they treat it like a sports game, are gonna like everyone's gonna come out to vote for Trump.
Do you remember when
Yeah,
that
they're gonna be
bird
like,
landed
"Ah,
on
this
his
fuck-"
podium?
Yeah.
That we'd get moments like that if he ran again. Shit would happen.
I just
fall into place.
I just think you need. I don't know who the fuck could do it. I think you need someone really charismatic or.
Also, it's like people that say Bernie would have won. It's like
No.
we want to know. You know, it's the rematch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Socialism is like kind of a dirty word. But anyway,
But who do
I
you
don't
think's
know.
going to run against Trump in 2
I
years?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
The Rock, I hope. but
Michael Che,
Somebody with
yeah.
a good Instagram, hopefully.
Dan Schneider.
I want to move on from Twitter to
It would
Instagram.
be like Hillary. It would be like Hillary Clinton, Dan Schneider on the ticket. I want to reveal my running mate. He's makes good decisions and he understands the youth of America. Dan Schneider. Oh, thank you, Hillary.
That's why I left Nickelodeon.
Oh,
See
yes.
iCarly sobbing in the corner.
Oh yes, I love young people.
It would,
You
it would
fucking
be
slob.
something strange.
Yeah. Oh, Georgia, too early to call. All right, baby. Maybe Stacey Abrams is in this. Man, Gillum, that fucking stinks though. Gillum. Should we play that? Should we play that for Ray?
Yeah, you can play it for me. When he did all the meme stuff,
The meme stuff.
you said he did a lot of meme-worthy quotes. Or did you say that?
Oh yeah, it was like viral.
Okay, viral. That's what I meant.
He just called him a racist, but in like a creative way.
Oh, that's great.
My dad was like, everybody gets called a racist nowadays. They just throw that around.
Yeah. I
Oh,
hope.
did the guy with the eye
That's all right.
patch win or lose? The one that Pete Davis
Oh,
won?
yeah. We
I
should
don't
look
know.
up that. What's that guy's name? Do you know?
Cat pirate. Pirate dreadnought. I don't know.
Here, let me look up pirate politician.
I guess the question that I have right now is like, is politics gay?
Yes.
Should we
110%.
should we continue to care
Dude,
about it,
Pilux-
or should we?
Politics has been gay ever since Howard Dean did PR. that was the last.
Politics. You know what?
That was peaking.
Politics. If anything, Trump has exposed all these people as just fucking phonies and doofuses.
Yeah.
The fact that like all these Republicans are kowtowing to this guy,
Right. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. The fact that they kowtow to this fucking doofus, like instead of being like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know, like the fact that like everybody in Washington hasn't teamed up to be like, "This guy's an idiot," but they're like kowtowing him. Just
No,
shows how.
but right, they can't do that because they know his base loves him too much.
No,
and I was what?
I know, but he just does. I mean, literally, he could walk out in clown makeup, and Lindsey Graham would be like, "This guy's great!" Like,
Wow,
No.
Donald Trump, that is the
His
real
base would hate
creative.
that. He can't do anything that's like
His
fundamentally.
base
like,
doesn't hate anything he does.
Dude, he
what's
could walk out
one thing? Name one thing that he did.
If he burned a
besides the
flag,
House-
he
oh
would.
no,
they
he'd
would hate
get
that.
away with it. He would get away with it.
Dude, he couldn't burn a flag.
If he burned a flag, they'd be like, "What is the American flag
I
anyway?"
didn't really like the design.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
couldn't. He couldn't.
What else could he do?
When there was whisper of the N-word tapes, the people were like, I mean, I don't know, rap music.
like he couldn't just like hit Barron on the back of the head.
Yes, he could.
He couldn't just smack
You know what I
him
mean?
in front of every.
Be like, "That's how I raise my kids."
Because they all beat their kids.
Yeah.
There's
You think the
literally nothing.
There's
entire
nothing he
nation
can
would
do at
just be
this
like-
point.
It would have to be like, he'd have to like suck Barack Obama's dick.
No, I think he can get away with that. I think they would just be like, Barack Obama mind controlled him. We have to murder Barack Obama. He would get away with anything. They would just make
No,
They're like, well, maybe I want to suck Barack Obama's dick.
Whatever, you know, they say when you go black, you don't go back. Let's try.
there's some stuff
I
they
don't
won't
know.
like.
All right, let's play a game. Could Trump get away with it?
Okay. I say he could go as I was behind 9/11 and he would fucking away with it.
I think that might be too. I don't know.
I think he could. I think
if you found out he did 9/11, yeah, that might be the one.
no, I don't think so. I don't
They'd
think
be
so.
like, yeah.
He could be like, I just needed to make some room for some new businesses.
They'd be like, yes, I did 9/11, but it was mostly Muslims in there. It was mostly.
the Muslims gave me the idea. I gave them the money. I thought they were just going to hit one building.
Do you
Oh,
think,
he didn't really mean it.
do you think he could guest star on Young Sheldon?
Yes, that
And,
would
like,
make it secure him.
And they
Yeah,
wouldn't
they would be like,
get
that's
mad
my
at him."
favorite show now.
Dude, he could backhand Melina, and they would just be like, "That's a guy who knows how to treat women." Like,
Oh,
Right, right.
Trying to
What? Yeah, what would make him them turn on him.
Could he sell child pornography?
Yes, 110%. They would make it. They would say it should be legal.
No,
Like,
because they're obsessed with like pedophiles, though. That wing of the party.
If he called Jesus a cunt, I think that
might
he
do
couldn't
it,
get away
yeah.
with that.
If he called Jesus a faggot.
a faggot and a cunt.
You know, I just want to say Jesus was a black faggot.
I want to do that.
What? Their fucking heads explode.
Where's Barack? I think Mike Pence would have been chokehold right there. You take that back, you faggot. But what's so funny is like I was looking at my my Twitter nemesis Greg Sugar. Who's that guy?
It's just some guy that I hate follow. He doesn't know.
Is he a liberal?
He doesn't know. He's a liberal. Like you know, liberal is kind of a label that you give to someone who's sort of like center left. You know, like an establishment, like a Selena Kopic, I guess, would be a liberal. But all he does is reply to Donald Trump all day, and then he had this fucking tweet where he was like, you know, my hope is that like some moderate Republicans get in so that the Republicans in office now won't be afraid to speak out against Donald Trump. It's like, you fucking idiot. Who do you think their base identifies with more? Do you think they like Lindsey Graham or they like Donald Trump? Do you think if Lindsey Graham said anything that they would like?
Yeah.
Lindsey
would
Graham,
vote-
Lindsey Graham did say shit about Trump.
and they were like, "We'll fucking vote you out." And now he's got to like tap
Now he's
dance for
kissing
him.
Trump's ass.
So all
Yeah.
these pieces, all these like quote unquote respectable.
And anyone that doesn't gets brain cancer.
Yeah, he turned.
Maverick.
They said how because he was like John McCain's. He was like John McCain's like fucking apprentice, right?
Yeah.
And the reporter asked him, "How could you be so buddy with Trump? What he did to McCain? Well, I can't spend my life worrying about what McCain would think. He's dead." Like that's what he said. Like, dude, really?
Damn, a real one.
A real one?
He's a real He's
Dude, I sent Mike
Trump.
this-
That's how powerful Trump is. He gave McCain brain cancer. I'm gonna call my grandmother and ask her if she thinks that.
They all think that.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent Mike this article, and I just titled it "A Real One." It was like this kid who fatally
Shot his grandmother and then
shot
himself.
his grandma
Why
because he
shoot?
didn't want to clean his room.
No. Okay.
No, but his grandmother was a bitch. My grandmother's like a real ball breaker too. And I'm sure I'm sure there were times
Clean your room. Fuck you.
I'm sure there were times I thought about shooting her.
I pictured just like the
Right in the
nicest
fucking
Nana
mouth.
with like butterscotch candies. Now clean your room.
What?
Well, you know what's funny is like I always liked my dad's mother and I liked my mom's father. They were like my nice grandparents. I was always hoping they would like fuck. So I would just I could just go see one set of grandparents.
Mike did a grandparent trap. He did it.
And then
Leaves little
the other
candy
set,
trails.
you make them fuck too. You just push them off a cliff or something. They end up in a pit in the woods somewhere.
Mike Recine's the grandparent.
The grandparent trap.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell you about that story about my grandfather and his sneakers?
No.
No.
He was like the cheapest guy in the world. And one time I just see him and he's wearing LA Gear shoes, those light up shoes. And I'm like, what are those? He's like, I found them in a bargain bin. He was wearing light up shoes for children.
So he just found he put them on.
Dude, I bet they look dope.
Yeah, they were like $10 and he bought them and he didn't care that they lit up when he walked.
That's fucking great.
That's a thing. That's a thing with investing. Like you got to know when to get in and get out.
Yeah.
Light up shoes. Because I'm sure whoever made money off that probably thought that was going to last
They
forever.
were really hot like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It just, or maybe more like 15. And
Yeah. And then
No,
Heelys
like
came
20.
and went.
Yeah.
then- yeah.
Oh, the shoes with the wheels in them?
Yeah. Do you remember
What
the
the
first time
fuck
you
is
saw
that
somebody who do that with their shoes and you're like, whoa.
I was like, whoa, where's my gun?
Oh my God. So many fucking bad.
Yeah, but that's this whole idea of like the moderate Republican. It just makes me fucking sick. And all these fucking liberals fall for it. They're like, can't anybody stand up to him? And it's like, no, they all share the exact same ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, fuck politics. The only reason I got into politics was just so we could have like a democratic government and I could do my brand of comedy. Because I can't do my brand of comedy with Trump in the office because he's better at it.
He's better. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. It's a weird comedy. It's been weird since Trump. Comedy's been weird since Trump got elected too.
And also Trump is funnier than I will ever be.
Yeah, he is pretty funny.
It's a bummer.
It's a
Wait, so it might be worse than 51-49? It's 43-51 right now.
I don't know. The Senate fucking sucks.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's a blue wave. Blue wave of fucking dog shit.
Yeah. A blue wave of piss.
Yeah.
Why don't you go eat
It's
a
like
Tide Pod?
So glad all those comedians in fucking
With your
Brooklyn
blue
voted
wave.
with their fucking sticker.
I know. I like.
We won.
I know. Part of me
New
just
York.
kind of feels like defeated though, because I'm like, oh, I spent all this time caring about this stuff, and for what?
Yeah. Because the rest of the country doesn't get, you know.
It's a
All
long
right,
distance.
these are all the
it's
Senate races that are too close to call: Nevada, Montana, Maine, and Arizona.
Oh, there's an independent in Maine? Hell yeah.
Beto lost. Oh man, turn this up, Matt.
Poor guy.
All right,
This
let's
is
close.
Ray's-
Let's
this is
close
Ray's
on
guy.
this.
Suck my dick. He just turns on everybody. Does a heel turn.
Fuck this.
I love Ted Cruz. I helped him win.
Lucky that I got to be part of one.
Is it Mindy Tucker behind them?
That for the last 22 months has been traveling every single county of Texas.
This guy worked his fucking
being
balls
there
off
to
too.
listen to and show up for every single one of us. I am as inspired. I'm as hopeful.
He's like a rock star over there. Look at
I
this.
could
like
see him
smoke
running for
and-
president.
Does nothing to diminish the way that I feel about Texas or this country.
Dude,
I could see him getting.
why does it say O'Rourke?
Now what is this? So this is like
Why is it-
30,
oh, I see. That's-
39,
That's his last name.
3.9 million votes to 3.6. So he won by like, so Cruz won by like about 3 million votes.
300,000.
30,000.
Sorry. That's not a lot of people.
Less than 300,000.
That's like Joe Rogan's podcast. That's a third of Joe Rogan's podcast.
If only everyone who listens to Joe Rogan's podcast in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, if you got like fucking, I don't know, who's got a big following?
Yes. I think he's going to run for president. Not now, but sooner than later.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Well,
All right.
You failed.
Better luck next time. Yeah. More like beta male O'Rourke. You fucking loser.
you fucking scrub.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have won that Lolita plane with Clinton. You would have won.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Make that the episode title, Beta Male O'Rourke.
copy that. Is that your phone?
Deb's calling me. Hello? We're wrapping up the show.
Yeah.
What?
I call you and it doesn't go through the first time.
Oh, okay.
So you hung up and I called again. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
How's the show going?
We're recording right now with Ray Gootz.
Oh, hey, Ray.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. We're doing a show.
Congrats
Have your
on
fucking
being
chit chat.
All right. We don't talk about that on this podcast. Only on guys we
Oh
fuck.
yeah, we don't talk about Ray's cock on this show.
Yeah, this is a cock-free zone.
Yeah.
What? I said congrats on Vegas. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, and then Kemp and Abrams, that's 99% in. So, yeah, congratulations, Georgia, on suppressing the black vote. Real
A
great
long,
job.
proud tradition.
Dude, that was awesome. You stopped so many black people from voting.
Listen, 200 years of tradition. Why stop now?
Yep. Hey, they've got it down. Anyway, politics sucks. Don't care about it. Guys, get into woodworking. maybe metal. Do a podcast. Find a hobby. The shit's real exhausting. But thanks for being here. Ray, you want to plug anything?
Just follow me on Instagram, Ray Gootz, and I have the album out on Bandcamp. Ray Gootz, Go Down Swinging. There you go.
At Ray Gootz.
Well, yeah.
And Donate to us on Patreon, guys. We don't have ads.
Yep. And leave us a 5-star review.
Leave
if
us
you
a
could,
5-star review on
iTunes.
iTunes. That helps us out.
Or just tweet about us if you could.
Email us sitdownpod@gmail.com.
You know?
My personal email is on my website, and some of you guys have emailed me, and I've been meaning to get back to you, and I just haven't had the time to sit down. And
I've replied to a bunch of the sit-down ones, but you could always go back through and look at them.
some guy wrote me an email about Frank, and I want to get back to him. He's like, "What a fucking idiot! How could he say those things about hip hop?"
Wait, which Frank was this?
Terra Nova.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of people on the subreddit seem to think that he doesn't know that Little Peep is dead.
Oh, really?
Little Peep died?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh man, what a
Man,
tragedy!
that boy been dead.
God, now what am I gonna do with my life? The Little Peep's dead.
R.I.P.
How many little rappers are there at this point?
Too many.
Why would you want to call yourself little? I would want to be big or fucking, I don't know,
Big Little Peep.
big Little Peep.
All right.
See you guys next. Oh yeah, and this has been a year of the show, dude. Congrats.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's our
good job, man.
52nd show,
Hell yeah.
Good job, buddy.
and we celebrated by doing a show with zero research, no topic.
I didn't even know what it was about.
Brady didn't know what it was about.
Beto.
I was
Beto
sitting home playing
male
Spider-Man.
O'Rourke.
Yeah, beta male O'Rourke. You fucking
fucking
lost,
loser.
and you're fucking dead to
What
me.
could he be
Yeah.
saying this much
But
time?
I'm proud of you, dude. All right, let's turn it
I
up.
sound like Bob
I don't
Kennedy.
associate with losers. Bye bye.
And what you have achieved tonight, along with so many other amazing people all across
How old is this kid?
state. The kindness and generosity that you have shown to me and to Amy, to our family, to our campaign is amazing. It's why my faith in this state and this people as a country is in no way diminished at this moment. I know that we will continue to work to come together to make sure that we live up to the promise.
I mean, that's something to almost beat
This
fake
country. I
news.
know it because I've met you everywhere that you are. I've listened to you everywhere that you live.
He's such a doofus.
I want to thank.
He's literally listening to henchmen.
I want to thank tonight. My family, beginning with Amy,
Like
who has
blobfish
borne
on
the
the internet,
toughest
and
burden,
says, "You won't believe what this housewife found in her toilet."
raising our kids, supporting